There are so many things that are special about Medina. Besides being a small town, it's lots of friendly people, very caring people, um, and the village itself is small, but it has a big city feel to it because we have so many different things to do and attractions, and so it's a special place. It really is.
When I picture Medina, I think of Main Street. I think of, the unique buildings that are downtown and how much it's come to life since we've, growing up here. I think of Double Dips because it has such a unique part of my life. We were always there growing up. I think of mostly high school and just that area of Medina. Granted I live there, but also just like the school grounds and so much life that happens there. And the canal, which is weird because I'm not, we didn't do much on the canal growing up, but I think it being a route here and kind of, the canal path and walking and running on that or biking or the Apple Grove boat, I remember that. But just those are the places, you kind of think of those little things and you forget the other pockets until you're here again.
Places that always trigger like Medina to me is, our Main Street. To me, it's really personal growing up on Main Street. Most of the people on Main Street helped raise me. So, that is a really big trigger for me. And obviously, like the canal and the countryside, that kind of gives me the peace, So those are things that really stand out to me in our schools.
The clock downtown, City Hall, just the Main Street. It's so pretty, historic, and the churches.
Like walking into the gym for like a basketball game or walking into Vets Park for a football game was just always really exciting. I remember, riding my bike up and down Gwynn Street. Those are really special areas to me. The downtown area is just wonderful. I've brought so many friends here from out of town who just love it and love shopping at all the stores and meeting all the people and seeing how friendly everybody is. I just love it here.
Definitely just like the short drive to Lake Ontario. I think everybody loves the lake. It's just a great little getaway when like you've had a long day at work or something. And then also the Erie Canal. Water's just kind of calming always to me.
And so I picture Medina's Main Street. I picture, my grandparents. I picture Double Dips. Double Dips is a pretty key place in Medina.
Anybody who lives in Medina will walk down Main Street. Oh yeah, this is our Main Street. Yeah, it's cute, it's nice. But you get these people that come in from outside the area and it's, wow, look at Medina. So we have a treasure here that in our own backyard, and front yards and side yards that we don't understand because we take it for granted.
If they're complete out-of-towners, if they're from another state or even another country, they are amazed at the architecture, the homes, the beautiful homes, the special architecture that we have on Main Street. And also I'm involved with the Sandstone Society, and we're very proud of Medina sandstone, which was discovered in Medina and is a building material that is used throughout the country and throughout the world.
The buildings are stunning, and there's maybe 20 towns in the country that have architectural richness and concentration like Medina does, and small towns at least. And I think the canal and the canal basin it's just beautiful, and it's a neat aspect of this area, both historically and aesthetically. And the farmland in this area it's a subtle beauty. We're not looking at mountains or waterfalls or whatever, but there is a nice waterfall in Medina. But those are the three main things that I think about.
What I enjoy more at this point in my life than probably ever, and I've always enjoyed Medina, is a sense of camaraderie. You know people here fairly well. There are a lot of them who, if they've lived their whole life, believe in the values of the town. It's honest. There are lots of people that are trying to work hard and get things done, either for themselves as a family, for their businesses, for the community at large.
I see what's unique that I got from the community is definitely work ethic and kind of like an underdog role, right? Like nothing in our town was ever given to us, right? We had to work for everything in terms of academics and getting into colleges and going through and working hard at every job we had,
I think Medinians are just very caring. They're friendly people. They are always interested in helping their neighbor out. And they're just really great people. Working on Main Street for many years, you see people come in and they're always willing to like give a helping hand, and it's great.
Everybody's really friendly, and if you need help with something, you can generally get help with something. There's so much history here.
I think the most unique thing about Medina is the people, and I think everyone, has a shared interest in being a part of the community or being part of, when we were in school, everyone really had like authentic school spirit. There was a vibe about this place that always feels like home, no matter where I am or what I'm doing. I think of Medina as a place that everyone gets along, and I'm sure it's like a rosy impression of this place, but also it brings you back here and all of the good things that happen here.
I was in the color guard, and it just taught you so much about teamwork and working together to achieve a goal. And we were so fortunate enough to win some championships, and you learned so much. And it was such once again, a tight-knit community, and I still have relationships with all of those people today, and it just was such a special time in my life.
I think our ability to get things done. I see a lot of communities where people have great ideas, but nothing ever comes of them because they're shot down in one way or another, or roadblocks are thrown in their way. Here in Medina, I think we're lucky because we seem to have kind of a common vision of what we would like to accomplish. And so a lot of the things that we have anticipated doing have actually come to fruition, and that's an important aspect of it, that we can really get things done.
A lot of activities for the kids. From the summer youth program, the schools are tremendous. A lot of activities in the arts for the kids to keep them involved. As a lot of people may know, the band is doing absolutely terrific throughout the state, winning state championships.
Raising a family in Medina is really unique because it's not just you raising your child, where they say it takes a village to raise a child. It really does, and it takes, everyone's help. So I know that, I can walk down the street and I wave to 4 people that I know, and that my child will know that, that's the sense of community. That's what I want to instill in my family. I could live anywhere. I could work anywhere as a nurse. I choose to stay here, and this is my extended family, and that's how I look at everyone. So, I want my child to have that feeling, that sense of community, and something to take pride in.
I don't really know how to phrase it other than it's a quintessential small town life in Medina, and it's not probably for everybody, but when you grow up here, it does give you probably a more tangible connection to what community really is, more so than I think a lot of people I know who grew up in urban areas. Community to them is a very, very different definition to community in a town like Medina.
I mean, there's a diverse community here. It's not like living in suburbia where you're just seeing the same type of people necessarily, where there's a wide range of people living here.
I love living in the country. Coming from the city, and we do actually live in the country, but I would never move anywhere else unless somebody forced me.